Today's short video, we're actually in motion. I have no idea when I will have an opportunity to record today, so I'm seizing this brief opportunity in between shifts of work. And right now I'm in the car, and the car smells amazing because sitting next to me is a very large pepperoni pizza. And I'm just imagining the prompt for today on my progression through the prompts for RPG A Day 2020 is flavor. Now, the normal prompt for today is, if I remember correctly, shades. But I won't be getting to it for a while because I'm following the map version of the infographic, which means that there are different opportunities for randomizing and shaking things up when it comes to the progression through the prompts. So, my prompt for today is flavor. And if you are able to see the blog post today on castingshadowsblog.com for day 8, we looked at the experience of touching the etheric plane when one of our Ghostbusters made actual physical contact with a ghost. And there are a couple of reasons for this to happen in our metaphorical exploration of being on the Game Master side or being on the player side of play. What can we contribute? And so there have been several posts where we focus pretty strongly on the idea of momentum, capitalizing on the forward motion of play, recognizing when it's flagging to try and give it a little boost through other tactics like contagion or reflection or reinforcement, that kind of thing. And this is one of those cases. The normal surprises and twists and turns of a supernatural type investigation, even a comedic one, can leave players feeling uncertain about what they can do. So for example, what if Venkman and Stantz and Spengler and Zedmore had come up against the Devil Dogs as an opponent armed only with proton packs and their senses of humor? Would they have fired them, even not even recognizing that it's Dana, and Lewis? But if they just thought these were like demonic entities that came with Gozer and Zool and the rest of them, right? Would they have fired their proton packs at what appeared to be living flesh? And it's an interesting discussion to have, one that isn't really addressed in the films. We see the proton packs cause tremendous devastation to all the physical material that they hit, so you can just imagine what it'd be like for them to hit a person. And so I can imagine a situation where you present a physical opponent, the Ghostbuster has a proton pack, and this feeling of unease or uncertainty ensues. And so being mindful of the things that can take away your sense of certainty and being responsible for making sure that decisions can be made with a certain amount of certainty. Not certainty for outcome, but certainty for I know what I'm doing, or I understand what the choices are, or I understand what the situation is, I understand what a gamble I'm taking, that kind of certainty, right? I think it behooves us to clarify when there is confusion. And I think in this scenario as presented, we've got a mad scientist and we've got a giant transformed shift supervisor named Linda, who's now a giant mantis creature. Where do I stand in terms of catching ghosts as a Ghostbuster? What's this all about? This doesn't seem like a ghost investigation. And so, at a certain point, giving proper context and security in terms of how well am I standing within the genre, and have we wandered way off into La La Land, becomes important. And so what we're really talking about is our appreciation of the flavor of the game when it seems like the flavor is off, when it seems like the genre is off, when it seems like I don't understand what I, in terms of genre, am supposed to do here, what I'm supposed to be able to do here, what I should put up as my own, genre reinforcing limits on action, etc., etc. We're talking about the flavor of the thing. How does it, in a sense, taste? But also in this scene, we were able to explore the idea of, if you came into actual physical contact with the ectoplasm of a creature from another plane, what would that experience be like? Would it be merely physical? Why is it that Venkman says that he feels funky? And if we apply a little meta-knowledge to it, we know that Slimer, the big, disgusting green blob, is a tribute to John Belushi. And so maybe that choice of words, I feel so funky, is intentional. And maybe each ghost carries the flavor of their past life with them. Something to think about. Anyway, that's my entry for day 8. Thanks for coming along with this wonderfully aromatic drive with me as the pepperoni fills the car. Just much better than the wet dog smell that the car often has. And I'll leave you with that pleasant thought and look forward to communicating with you again tomorrow. Take care, everyone. Visit the Casting Shadows blog at castingshadowsblog.com for the companion piece for today's entry.